Views expressed in this podcast are for entertainment purposes only and do not reflect any affiliated organizations. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to episode 32 of the No Safe Words podcast.
32.
Back in living color. Frozen because it is freezing outside.
Fucking brick out there.
It's cold.
At least we're not
gonna get
Chaka.
Bro, that's wild. 3 stories high of snow? Crazy.
Some
3
parts
stories?
got 7 feet of snow.
Well, that's not 3 stories.
The snow drifts. The snow drifts
the
were
snow
like,
drifts?
Think about that.
we're covering.
If you get 7 feet of snow and you get the drift, it's like it was literally people were jumping out of their windows.
It was
on the
up the
second
side of
floor
the
into
buildings.
Wow. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, for kids, like, they're probably playing in that snow.
Sounds like a heart attack is what it sounds like. Shoveling
Yeah,
that?
Hope the house can handle that much freaking snow on the roof. Like, Jesus.
Yeah,
That's true.
It was funny because like I was watching videos, and I was like, "This is AI, right?" And then I had to go online and like make sure, and like I was like, "What? This is
Surprise.
And like 5 feet of snow fell in hours.
Hours, yeah. That's
Hours.
wild.
It's nuts.
Wild.
Nuts. How much snow are you supposed to get over the weekend?
I think it says 18 inches.
Supposed to get 23.
I have to double check, but last I thought it was 18 inches.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't seen 23, Scott. I've seen like
Here.
you're not that far from me.
Yeah, but you're in the valley. I'm on the hill.
Oh no! I mean, now
You
I'm
are in a
seeing.
valley. When it floods, it's a disaster around you.
No, not really.
I mean, there are certain roads that close around you.
Fair.
No roads close around here.
So like
It all rolls
it's
down to you. But
It's
like
a
at
mix-
the top of the hill, it catches all the condensation.
it's
I'm
a
like
mix.
right at that line in PA where like you'll see like these people get like 70% less than we get. So like if it snows 6 inches, I'll get 6 inches up here. He'll get 4, kind of deal.
So it's somewhere between, from like the maps that I'm seeing, it's looking like anywhere from 8 to 18 inches, depending on the gradient of where, like the way it's streaking through. And there's certain parts of Pennsylvania, the lower third roughly to the right ish, a little bit less than a third. They're saying 12 to 18. And then like a little bit, well, actually certain parts might get 18 to 24. And then above it's like 8 to 12. And then northwest is 5 to 8. And then further northwest towards Cleveland is 3 to 5.
Yeah,
But New York, New Jersey, yeah.
We're supposed to be at Lancaster on Sunday.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, like, if the tournament is happening.
You'll be fine.
I hope you got a hotel room.
It's a 1-day thing.
Oh, but you
It's
might.
just Sunday.
It's gonna be snowing all day.
I know.
Damn.
Heaviest snow is expected from Sunday into Monday.
Yep.
And dude, like last time we were over there, we were in York and we stayed in Harrisburg, which is all right over there. I would figure that these people, being that you're in rural Pennsylvania, you get a lot of snow, you would learn how to treat the roads and like, no, like you think here's bad?
Oh no.
Here's good.
Yeah.
Like over there is horrible,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
atrocious.
That's where Pennsylvania gets its reputation from. It's not from around here. It's from the freaking middle of the freaking state.
Dude,
They got no funds for that.
it's a 20-minute ride from where we played last year to the Airbnb. It took me an hour. and she's cranky pants because she got done the tournament.
Yeah.
So she just wants to get back to the hotel. And like yeah. We were in Baltimore this weekend, and it was cold. The Airbnb was about like a 10 to 15-minute walk to the convention center.
Yeah.
Beautiful like place. The place is beautiful. Not Baltimore. The Airbnb.
I don't know what you're talking
Baltimore
about.
too, but like
Baltimore's amazing.
it's interesting. It's interesting because like you could be driving and it's like farm, and then 2 seconds later, and you're like stop signs are optional, and then 2 seconds later it's $1 million homes, and like I'm like,
It's all over the place.
yeah,
Like, what happened here?
yeah. Where are we?
How did we get
It's
here?
like we're milking cows and then selling cows,
And then selling cows.
and then
Oh no, shit.
yeah, everything in between. So I watched
We're
Stranger
good.
Things.
Did you?
I did.
How was that?
I thought they wrapped it up good. I thought it was a solid wrap up. It was sad because like you knew it was over and you got to see it, and like the aspect of the kids getting older and everyone venturing off and realizing like, you know, that we're separating and we're going our separate ways. Like,
Yeah.
it reminded me of like Toy Story, was it 4? When like gave his toy, or was it 3? Whenever Andy gave his toys away. It's that moment of like you're seeing it, and then I'm looking at Lily and I'm thinking about Lily. So like that whole aspect was I thought it was really good. I do think I understand some of the pushback from like the final fights.
Yeah.
I didn't
Like,
see
it
it,
was a lot of-
so
It was a lot of build up. I'm
I didn't see
not
it.
going into like anything into detail. You didn't see it?
no, she's coming back Friday.
Did you guys watch
Nope.
Night of the Seven?
I didn't.
Game of Thrones?
Not yet. Obviously, when she comes back. Did you?
I'm gonna be invested to watch the show. I am. It's different. It's different.
There's no dragons, that's for sure, right?
That's all I'm gonna say. I don't
It's
know if
before dragons.
I don't know if there will be a dragon or not. There was no dragon in the show per se.
Per se.
They had like a little thing.
They hinted about it.
No, they were like they had a performance, and they had this. They were doing a play or whatever, and they had a dragon.
Oh yeah. Like
But
a prop.
yeah, probably.
They had it. They
But-
had a dragon.
Rawr.
Yeah.
But interesting. It was interesting. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna expect from this. It felt whimsical. But yeah, that's what I got to say about that.
All right.
Scotty has no life outside of like work, his family, and Arc Raiders. He is
School.
in school.
Is that a bad
That's right.
thing?
Well, it's not a bad thing per se.
Depends on what I want in life, I guess.
Ask him to watch a show. It's like, well, I gotta do these trials.
Trials,
Gotta do
man.
these
Trials. I finished 124th in the world last week.
124th?
Yep.
Not bad.
I should be top 100 this week.
That's it, bro. That's crazy.
That's it.
Yo, step it
Yeah,
up.
I mean, I could play more and get better scores, but I don't need to. Until the last week, I want to finish the season at the top 10. But I don't need to do that. The tough thing is going to be I'm going to Florida the last week of the season.
Mm.
So
done.
I'm thinking about taking the whole week off and just playing Ark. That's it. For the whole week
Yeah.
before I fly to Florida. I'm also thinking about getting them business class tickets. It's only an extra $200 each way.
Not
But
bad.
it's like a 3-hour flight. I don't know.
A 3-hour tour.
3-hour tour.
A 3.
I may be going to Uzbekistan.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
You said that last
Nice.
week.
Well, now it's a little bit more confirmed.
Oh.
I got a text message from Ashley, like, threatening me to go to court. So there's that.
What?
Yeah. It's
Just out of the blue.
If you don't let her come down here for Easter, I'm going to bring you to court.
last time we talked, I told her that I purchased tickets already. Everything's purchased. And she said, show me. And I didn't respond because I don't need to. Like, I don't need to show you anything.
Yeah.
And so she had texted me, so I talked to Lily, and Lily's, she's just going through whatever she's going through. But so her mom texted me saying the whole court thing. I asked Lily, and I showed Lily. I'm showing you. I don't need to show your mom. Your mom wants to see it. She can take me to court. But here is the hotel. I showed her the reservation. I showed her when the reservation was booked. Here are the flight tickets. Here's when they were booked. Showed your mom when you made the team. Because, like, her mom was like, she wasn't even on a team. And I was like, well, you saw her schedule. And she was like, she was moving down to Florida. I was like, well, you saw her schedule. Here is the email confirmation in July of her accepting the team. Lily told me to accept the team. She told the coach she accepted. Here are payments. Like, I was like, if you're gonna I got receipts for everything, so you could take me. You could do whatever you want. Because I just told her, I was like, are you going to reimburse me if I can't get my full refund back? And she was like, no. I was like, well, you can come to Atlanta.
Yeah,
That's all I
what?
said. And she was like, well, I'll take you to court. And I was like, well, you knew about this since August. And then I had to show her all of the receipts on that because clearly,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
Like dealing with a 5-year-old.
It's fun, dude. It's fun. It's fun. Parenting a parent.
Anyway, on that note, there was something. What was it? Something I saw earlier that I meant to. I don't know if I sent it to you guys or not. Let me double check. Was there something that you were gonna lead into with that, or did you just you're just filling us in on it?
Just fun, you know. I think there was something that I was going to talk about in regards. I'm trying to get the guy's name though. I'll get the guy's name, but did you guys see that guy, the new Ed Gein?
No.
The new Ed Gein?
There's a new one.
Ed Gein was
Yeah, I know who.
a grave robber, right? Like, essentially, I mean,
Yeah.
he killed a couple of people, but essentially, like, his big thing was robbing graves.
Right.
Well, in Pennsylvania, not that far away from us, they caught a guy robbing a grave, and when they went to his house, he had hundreds of skeletons. Dude's been robbing graves. And the crazy thing about it is, then he was selling them on eBay.
No way.
Yeah.
To who?
Yeah. I mean, people who, I don't know if he was creating, like, He had a whole Instagram page all around bones and yeah,
Like bone art.
yeah, bone art, boner art. What's this dude's name?
That is wild.
I
Is
saw his
Ephrata
Instagram.
in PA?
Yeah, Ephrata.
Yeah. He admits he sold human sold human remains online. Jonathan Gerlach.
Yeah, Jonathan Gerlach. Hold on.
Oh
Yo,
my
he
God.
looks like a specimen,
Yeah.
but like not in the good way.
Crazy.
He almost looks like a emo artist, like a Bullet for My Valentine, or
Yeah.
like not I can't, A Day to Remember or some shit. Interesting.
They shut down his Instagram?
Oh, dude, apparently there's someone else. Jeremy Pauly? Are there multiple? Maybe Jeremy was one that got caught. Or hold on. 100 plus. Oh, wait, here we go. I found the article. Jonathan Gerlach. Yeah, Jonathan Gerlach is the one. 100 plus or 100 sets of human remains. He stole more than 100 sets of human remains. Some of them were as old as 200 years, and others were newborns.
200 years. That's
He
wild.
lived near the King Sessing Avenue Mount Moriah Cemetery,
Is
the
that a
historic
Jewish cemetery?
160-acre cemetery from Southwest Philadelphia to or between
Jeez, bro.
or it's from like Southwest Philadelphia to Yeadon or Yeadon or how the hell you say that in Delaware County.
Yeah. Facing
Damn,
500 charges.
that's crazy.
Yeah, dude's Instagram is an interesting Instagram.
Is it still up or they took it down?
Nah, like, but if you search his name in the search bar, people like screenshotted all of like his pictures or a bunch of his pictures.
I'm not gonna search this. I'm not searching that. What am I? I'm not searching that on my phone. Almost
And
got
this
me.
This is exactly why I said last week or the week before that I would not want my search history because I Google crazy shit.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power, dude. I gotta Google it. Gotta make sure it's real.
Yeah, perceived
do my-
knowledge, you know.
Gotta do my investigation.
Gotta do my investigations.
I'm an investigative journalist.
Hey, listen, at least you can like choose what to pick when you Google it. Some people don't even use Google. They just use ChatGPT. Or like Grok or whatever. And like they could just be getting nonsense. Made up
Hogwash.
things.
Dude,
Isn't that wild?
I was using ChatGPT for a while, right? And like
I was using it pretty hardcore too for a while.
and then I just started seeing it say things and I'm like, that's not correct. And then they would be like, you're right. I should be better. And like they just should say whatever. And I'm like, well, what's going on here? Or like I used to use it for work a lot, but like for me it would be like I would write something and then have it rewrite it and then maybe add some stats.
It works pretty well for that.
Yeah, the rewriting is good.
Yeah.
Because I think for me, especially like I use it a lot. Like speaking of Ashley, like I don't text and then just send. I text and then put it through ChatGPT, and I say, make this not sound like an asshole. Like literally, because like I know I'm coming, and like even with Lily, like I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to react off of emotion. I want to show empathy. Like I know that this can come across a way, so make this sound better. Like I use it a lot for that. But I was using it a lot for work to like get data, and then like it would be wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where did you get this from? Like
Not good.
Like,
And what does it say?
it wouldn't. Oh,
It wouldn't say. Yo,
this is the worst, right? Like, because this was the time where like Momo was trying to create like stuff in ChatGPT for the pod to like write code or whatever it was.
Yeah,
so I was like, huh. One of the biggest things in sales is like searching for people to like communicate with.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what if I just give it a list of accounts? So I have my account. So like if I give it a list of accounts and like I have it like make my blueprint for me, pull information, pull people, all on like a spreadsheet. So boom, I did it, right? And then like it started making the graph, and it did it for like the first 2 companies. And they were like, do you want it like this? And then we were like fine tuning it, and it just kept asking me questions on how to fine tune. And I'm like, when are we going to be like, when are we going to be doing the work? You just keep asking me questions. Then I finalized everything, I added everything that I wanted, and it got it done. And they were like, we'll release in batches of 5. I was like, cool. And it gave me 5. And then I started doing it. And I was like, okay, give me the next 5. And it erased what it did. And then started like, gave me back 2 of the ones that they've already did, and then 3 other ones. And I'm like, well, you already did 2 of these and you erased it. And you were like, you're right. And I was like, so he was like, I'm going to create the list. I'll have the list done in 5 days.
Oh, dude. Don't even get me started on it.
ChatGPT said I'll have the list done in 5 days.
Yes, it said it literally said I will have the list done in 5 days.
It's even
5
worse
days
than that.
came and went. And I was like, well, maybe they were talking business days. So I was like, all right. So I waited another 2 more days. Still no list, right? So then I go back and I'm like, you promised this to be done. Are you done?
It's
and
like,
they were like, no, we are sorry. We're not done yet. And like, I was arguing with this, like, the worst worker that you ever hired. Like, I was disciplining this ChatGPT, like getting a full blown argument, because I wasted hours trying to fine tune this,
God.
and it never got it done. No.
I would have just been like, give it to me now.
So here's something to further that. It would say that it's doing certain things that it's not able to do, and then it would say, okay, generating the link now, generating the file now, and then it says, okay, give me 15 minutes. I come back and I'm like, all right, where is it at? And like, oh, we're working on it right now. We'll get it to you right now. And then another prompt will say, oh no, we're not able to do that. We can't upload a file for you. We can't output a file for you. And then it's like, okay, give me this file. Then it would output certain files, but it won't output other files. And then I'm like, okay, give me the source code then, and I'll compile it myself. And then it's like, okay, generating that now and uploading it to a share file location. And then I come back and I'm like, where, it's been 15 minutes. Where is it? Or I just say, I need it now. And you need to do it. He's like, okay, we should be more clear about our expectations for when we're going to get things done.
Yep.
I'm sorry, we're working on it now. It's getting uploaded now. And then I follow back up and I'm like, where is it? You've told me now twice that it's going to be done in 15 minutes. It's not ready. And they're like, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. We're working on that now. We can't actually upload the file, but what I can do is give you this. And I'm like, where is I need this specific thing. And it's like, oh, well, we can give you this. And I'm like, I didn't ask for that. I asked for this. And then it just literally was like a whole back and forth of like it saying it can do something that it can't do, and then making you wait thinking that it's doing it, and then it doesn't end up doing it, and then you follow up, and then it says, I'm sorry, you're right, we can't do that, we should be more clear, and then it promises something else that it can do, and it doesn't end up doing it because it can't do it, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Dude.
Yeah.
Hours
have
spent trying to build that program.
I have never, ever had that experience with ChatGPT. Ever. That's so wild.
Have you tried to have it create something for you?
What I have had it do, I had a lot of trouble with calculus. And what I did have it do was like, solve this problem, right? And I gave it this problem. And I had the answer already. Like I already knew the answer. And I was like, this answer is wrong. And he'd be like, yeah, you're right. Just like, yeah, you're right.
You're right. It is wrong.
And I'm like, okay. And it'd be like, yeah, you're right. But we did this, and this is why the first answer is right.
Wait, but that answer is wrong, though.
I told you it was wrong. Then you told me that I was right, that you were
trying
wrong.
To gaslight you?
And then you gave me the answer you originally gave me.
It's trying to gaslight you, bro.
So anytime I give it like a math problem for anything, I always ask it like, and if I think it's fishy, I'm like, I don't know if that's the right answer. I'll be like, well, what about this, right? And I'll mention a principle or something that it has to like take into account. And it's like, oh yeah, well we took that into account, and this is why this answer got this, and then I'll be like, okay, you gave me the same answer. Let me check Gemini. But now you can't check Copilot because Copilot is powered by ChatGPT.
So you gotta check Perplexity.
So now you got to check something else.
Or
I check
Grok.
Gemini. I think Gemini, and if Gemini and ChatGPT match, it's like I'm 85% sure that it's giving me the right answer. So, and if I get an 85 on a test or a problem or whatever, I'm like, fuck it, whatever, 85, that's good enough. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it's nice though, because it'll like break down the whole thing for me. And I mean, there are other applications that could do that. Like I like Wolf. What is it? Wolfram Alpha, I think, is like specifically a math model. So like if I needed math problems to get done, I could use that, but ChatGPT is good enough.
Yeah. ChatGPT. AI.
Yeah.
AI.
Listen, dude, I wish it worked better.
Yeah.
In regards to like what I wanted.
Right.
Oh yeah, that feels good, dude. And that fan.
What happened? Did you get a cross draft or something?
The girls opened the door. Good night, you crazy girls. What the fan on, dude? You know how to lock the lock? You just twist it. Oh, I got stuck in the elevator. Bro, I was
How'd you pull that off?
scared, dude. It's all right.
How'd you pull that off?
We
Get
were
stuck in an
checking.
elevator?
We were checking out. We were checking. The Airbnb I stayed at was super nice. There was a mix-up of communication. I told them I needed an early check-in and I needed a late check-out because we needed to get there early. Check-in is at 4. I needed to be there. I was planning on be there at 12:30 because I needed to drop Dutch off, right? And then we needed to be at the convention center at like 1:30. So we needed to be there early. We ended up not getting there to 2:00 because there were 5 accidents on the way to Baltimore. It snowed on Saturday, so like people just don't know how to drive. But then checkout was at 10, but the last day of the tournament, you don't know when you're leaving. Cuz like it's win and you continue, lose and you go home. Well, they won until the championship. So we were there until 2, 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock. And I told them that I needed to be out at 3. I think 3 o'clock, but I'll let you guys know. I got a message from them at like 1:30, just confirming you guys left already, right? And I'm like, no, I told you. And they were like, oh, my apologies, da 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 da. But we have someone coming. So I'm like,
Wait.
What? Okay. So I thought they charged me for a late checkout, but they didn't. They charged me for early check-in and
regular checkout.
no, parking pass.
Mhm.
So I was like, all right, fine, whatever. So I went home, went back to the Airbnb, went up, got the stuff that needed, and I have my hands full, dude. I have my bag, Lily's bag. I have all the stuff ready to go to the car. Hit the elevator. We're on the 30th floor. We're going down. It hits 22, and it was like shakes, and then it just stops.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm like, so I'm hitting the button, nothing. I'm hitting the open button, nothing. So I had to hit the telephone, and it called them. And I'm waiting. I get somebody on the phone, and then it starts to go down again, but like it like dropped, like quick. Yeah,
A little pucker mode, right?
little. I almost had a Lincoln log in my pants, bro.
I can only imagine.
Oh,
and like I'm in the elevator by myself, and I'm like, this is it for me. I'm like I'm like.
Did you start picking a corner?
No, I was like
to be in.
I was like, if this drops, like, does the jumping thing work? Like, does the jumping thing work?
No.
You never heard this?
No, I mean, I heard it.
You heard it?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't work.
Like jumping when it falls?
Yeah.
But only if it's like about to hit. You gotta
time it.
How do you know
How are you gonna know when you fall?
I don't know, but I was trying to get
ready.
I was trying to get ready. I dropped all bags. All the bags were out of my hands at the moment, and the lady answered the phone. I was like, and I told her flat, I was like, does jumping work? And she was like, what? And I was like, does jumping before we hit work? And she was like, you're okay. We just need to find out where you are. And I was like, I'm at 10 Light Street, elevator 4, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, she was like, what happened? I was like, well, I was on the 30th floor coming down. It shook and then it stopped. And she was like, are you moving now? And I was like, no, but I moved again from the 21st, second floor. I was somewhere between 22 and 21. And now I'm 19 somewhere, but it dropped. And she was like, it dropped. And like, I could hear in her voice that like she was nervous for me. And I'm like, I don't know what to do here, man. Like I'm starting to get bullets of sweat now. Like I'm just like I'm seeing pictures of my second grade teacher in my head. Like all sorts of things, right? And then it shook. It didn't drop. It shook, and the elevator doors open. I was like, the elevator's open. I'm getting out of here. I got out. And then I got into the other elevator and went down. Well, the day before that, I'm walking Dutch, right? And I'm like away from the Airbnb. And Lily calls me frantic. And she's like, Dad, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Dude, someone fell asleep making fucking coffee and set the fire alarm off.
Oh,
so Lily had to walk down 30 flights of stairs because there's no elevator.
You're not staying there.
At least she didn't have to walk up. No, I'll stay there. It was a nice place.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
nice
stay
place.
there.
I might die in the elevator, but it was a nice place.
Yeah, it was a nice place.
I just
All
won't use
things
elevator
considered.
4.
Oh, that's the one you can't use.
No.
Yeah, the fire alarm just randomly goes off because we got narcoleptics in here. But you know what? Well, I mean, it's a nice place.
Dude, this
I'll
place.
stay there again. Maybe on the first floor, the second floor. I'm taking the stairs.
This place is walking distance from like where the Orioles play. Walking, it's Inner Harbor. It's beautiful.
Oh, okay.
I was talking to somebody during this fire though, and like
Fire.
fire.
The fire
Fire
alarm.
drill.
I mean,
No,
right?
it was something caught fire.
No way.
Yeah, they caught fire.
Yeah, maybe like the coffee burned, and caused some smoke.
So that's what set off the trigger for turning off the elevators?
No, this is a different day.
Oh,
Different day.
okay.
Something was telling you don't come back. I'm just saying. Someone was telling you don't go back. He's got his tinfoil hat. I got my superstitions. Okay, that's my thing. All right.
So
Jesus.
studio apartment, 425 square feet, no utilities included.
For the Airbnb?
No, I'm asking.
Oh, how much?
So yeah, studio apartment, 425 square feet. Right.
Are you overlooking the harbor?
No. Where we were staying was not 425. We were staying at a full kitchen, full
Penthouse?
living room, like 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms. It was beautiful.
Excuse me.
I mean, it was less at the Airbnb than it would at the Sonesta Hotel.
Never even heard of it.
Sounds like a nice hotel.
But 425 square feet, studio, no utilities included. How much a month?
A month?
Yep.
$1,850.
I was gonna say 2 G's.
Yeah, 1,800 plus utilities. They're paying like $2,000 a month.
400 square feet. That's fucking. That's nothing.
I think that's the size of the room that we're in, if not smaller.
It might be smaller than the size of the room we're in. That's wild.
Yeah.
Not cubic, but
Yeah.
square.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No way.
The girl was there. The girl was like, I've been here for 3 years. I'm leaving. And I was like, but then I was like, dude, spring, summer, and fall are amazing.
Oh yeah.
Winter sucks. Like there wasn't a lot to do there. And like we were just going to and from the convention center, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, spring, summer, and fall, year round, everything. So I sort of understand why. And it makes sense.
But damn, that's expensive.
Bro. I mean,
That's
if I took out my
expensive.
taxes and insurance, that's what I'd be paying for my mortgage for my house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you bought that house at a good time, so.
Well, I mean, yeah.
He's also got like a 0% interest rate.
I mean, it might as well be 0, 2.25.
Like I said, you bought it at a good time,
I
so.
did buy it.
That's what happens when you're in the Navy.
In the Navy.
In the Navy.
0 down. Yeah.
But
Never leaving this house.
So what you're saying is I should join the military, and then I'll be able to buy a house.
I mean, 0 down with
you
no
could
PMI.
you could afford to buy a house now. Shut up.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
No, dude. No, it's expensive.
Maybe not. We're not in Summit.
Yeah,
Maybe
we're not gonna
not.
talk about this because
Maybe not in Summit.
I was about to ask you a question.
So what do you guys know about the dolphins?
The ones that we train for military purposes.
I mean, they can communicate with humans.
No, the ones that were part of studies, military studies that were discontinued because it wasn't. No, they were discontinued because it was a potentially extinction level event.
They discontinued the dolphins, or they discontinued the studies?
studying. Discontinued the.
They might have discontinued the dolphins too, like those particular.
I mean, maybe, but they were using psycho. What the fuck? I can't think of the name. Like LSD and some other drugs to experiment with the dolphins to see if they get them to communicate with humans, and they basically, quote unquote, allegedly, determine that they're actually more intelligent than us, and they were trying to convince the people that they were working with to do biological operations on them to give them lungs and appendages so they could walk out of water.
No way.
And then it was discontinued because the concern was if it did get to that point, they'd probably just take over.
Well,
How? Well, here's some lungs and appendages. Now, where are you
Well,
going to get
dude,
the military? I mean, we kill these dolphins with nets. They get caught in nets. You know what I mean? Like, you ever see the tuna cans may contain dolphin meat? Like, no, okay. And second of all, where is their industrial military complex to be able to to destroy? Like, come on, really?
well, the study
Or
I
they just
saw,
walk up to one of our tank factories and they're like, "Hey, we're cool dolphins. Listen to us." Like, come on, give me your tanks.
the one that I saw
Extinction
was
level
that
event. My ass.
they pretty much were able to train the dolphins to play tag,
Yeah, they're pretty smart.
and
Bro, they're
like
very
when
smart.
you were like, I'm not sure if it's Navy SEALs, but something along those lines, would drop them in the middle of the water, and then they would have to be able to get somewhere, unless they get tagged by the dolphin. And the one guy said that the dolphin swam by and was like, "Oh my god, I'm safe." And then next thing you know, wet, got fucking straight blood everywhere, like knocked in the face by a
With his
dolphin.
tail.
Tag, you're in. Or
I mean-
CERN. What about CERN?
Oh, well, there's that one. That might have been what I sent you.
What
The-
you mean?
That
the
might have been
portal?
one of the things. It might have been
the
one of the
colliders?
things. Well, they're like,
Hadron Collider?
yeah, but it's more like not just one. I mean, there's just a lot of shit. It might have been something. I mean, there's so many different random things I see. But to the point of dolphins, before we move off of dolphins, every year a certain number of people get raped by dolphins.
Wait, what?
I didn't know they had appendages like that.
They don't need to. They can like, you know how people go swimming with the dolphins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the dolphins can basically, they have penises, so like they can hump people. This is in the new, like, this is not me making it up. This is actually like documented.
Wow.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Imagine that, bro.
Do they go to jail for that? Oh wait, they're already in jail.
Imagine having to do that, bro. Live with that the rest of your life.
Well, I mean,
I went to go swim with the dolphin.
Here's
Fucking-
sexual
meanwhile,
aggression
it's
towards
Bubba
humans.
in D block.
Yeah.
There are documented cases of dolphins displaying sexual aggression, or more accurately, intense, unwanted physical contact towards humans.
All right. Is that what you're doing for your honeymoon?
Bruh.
I hope you're not swimming with the dolphins.
Bro, chill.
Bro, chill.
Nah, I don't trust them.
You don't trust
They got big
dolphins?
brains.
Dolphins?
I don't trust dolphins. Fuck that. They got big brains. They're fast as fuck. Nah.
That's the fuck, boy. Oh man, dolphins.
Oh man, before we get on to CERN though.
Oh, CERN. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I was watching, I get caught on Instagram about 15 minutes a day at least. And
Okay, Scotty.
there's this video. You see this family on the boat, and they have a huge ass coffin, and they drop it off on the side of the boat into the ocean, and like you hear a girl say "Bye, mom," and like the casket sinks,
Oh,
and then they show a picture of a shark, and all you hear is, "Hello, ladies. Welcome to my unboxing."
welcome to today's episode.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Let's see what we have here.
dude, that's wild. But CERN, like, there's been multiple whistleblowers per se saying that what they're doing over there can open up a portal and things can come out of said portal. And they're just gonna keep doing it. Like, all right, we'll figure it out. Just open her up. Let's see what happens. Like,
So it's Stranger Things.
literally Stranger Things in Russia. Like, opening up a portal, and I was just saying Russia, but not in Russia.
I was like CERN. I don't think it's in Russia.
I mean, there's
But-
CERN is all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
so
thought
I don't
CERN
know.
was the city.
It's even it's I guess it's interesting because
In
like to the
Switzerland.
point of like the Mandela effect and all that shit. Here's another one that I was just brought to my attention. So you guys know Lamb Chops, right?
Yeah.
And you know the song, right? How does the song go?
Like
This
Lamb
is
Chops
the
and food.
song that doesn't end. Yes, it
No.
goes on.
This is a song that never ends. Yes,
Oh,
it
yeah.
goes on and on, my friend.
Yep.
Some people started
Started
singing it. I
singing,
know
I
what it
know
was,
what it
and they'll
was.
continue singing it forever because this is a song that blah 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 blah. Right?
Yep.
Apparently, there's two iterations where some people remember it as this is a song that never ends, and then some people remember it as this is a song that doesn't end.
Which one do you remember?
Never ends.
And you're never, and I'm doesn't. That's weird. I'm in a different timeline from you guys.
You are.
So it's another one of those things, just like the cornucopia and all those other shit. I mean, they say like that one was removing stuff for testing purposes, but other people are saying or claiming, surmising that it, has something to do with just shit having changed and things being different from, God knows what.
The one that really bothers me, it really does, is the Sinbad movie.
Bro, like what that's real. Like
I definitively remember this movie existing.
Yes.
Like 100%. It was a movie. I watched the movie. There was a Cyclops in the movie. Like, I remember the whole movie. And it doesn't exist. It's weird.
There is a Sinbad movie.
there is a Sinbad movie.
It's an
Yeah.
animated movie.
It's but the one he's talking about was not an animated movie.
No, it was not an anime.
Sinbad, where Sinbad played Sinbad. That one?
I think so.
Sinbad the comic?
Hold on. Let me see.
Sinbad the comedian is what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The comic, comedian,
Comedian, comic, yeah.
synonyms.
So there's Shaq, Kazam, and then there's Sinbad. There's like
No, it
multiple different
wasn't- It wasn't the Shazam. It was this.
Oh, Sinbad, the movie, the movie
Sinbad
Shazam.
introducing Sinbad movies, TNT.
Shazam starring Sinbad as a genie. But apparently,
I remember this movie vividly.
yeah, apparently they're trying to claim it doesn't exist, but I remember that movie vividly as well.
Hold on, I'm gonna send you this link right now. Trying to Google it. Saying
Sinbad's
Sinbad
Genie
and
movie.
the Eye of the Tiger.
But it's just like, I don't know, it's just weird, random shit. But to your point with CERN, I mean, it's been years now that they've been doing all sorts of like experiments and shit, trying to open up, the Higgs boson fucking molecule, trying to,
That's not a molecule. It's a particle.
particle, that's the word. Thank you. Sorry. Particle, molecule, fucking atom, neutron, neutrino, what is it? Quasar,
Yeah,
whatever.
they're trying to find dark matter. Yeah.
Gravity, anti-gravity, yada, yada, yada. I mean, so doing all that shit, obviously, what do you think could happen in playing around with, shit that we don't know?
Physics at that level. Yeah.
Well, the scientists have already come along and said they witnessed something in space, and they've determined that we have no idea what we're talking about when it comes to physics. There's other things. I'm trying to remember exactly what they said.
It's beyond comprehension. Like,
Yeah.
it's at a level we can't understand, which is why we need superhuman AI, superhuman intelligence
Quantum.
via AI.
Which that in itself is like doesn't quite make sense, because how as humans are we going to create something that is then smarter than humans?
Well, because I mean, the way I see it, this isn't anything I've researched or anything, right? But it's just my thoughts on it, right?
Uh-huh.
If you try and think, like, so I'm in electrical engineering classes, right? I was in a class where it was it's called electric machines, right? And I have to memorize all of these equations on how electricity works to be able to like build a motor, right? And I can only memorize so many equations at any given time, right? And somebody who's been doing this a while, right? They can memorize more equations than I can because they've used these equations, right?
Yeah.
But also, we've our like even our academics, right, have become so specialized, right? You get your bachelor's degree, it's very general knowledge, right? And then you dive deeper, you get a master's degree, and that gives you like a slice of the pie of information, right? And then you go get your PhD, this is academics, right? PhD, and then they get an even narrower slice of that pie and they become an expert in that, right? But what if we had a professor who had all of the knowledge and was able to recall equations and interactions, all
Basically
at the same
just
time,
aggregating all the data.
right? Aggregating all of the data, right? Because like we're like, oh yeah, this works with a degree of accuracy. It's never 100% accurate, right? Because even when I do the math in my equations, they'll be like, oh yeah, like in a simulator, it gives us this number, but when we do the math, it gives us this number. It's off by like 1,000th, right, or whatever it is. And we throw in some constants, these stupid constants that we have, like Planck's constant and this constant and that constant, and it's like we don't know if that fucking constant's right, but it's good enough, right?
Yeah.
We've tested it so many times that we get an answer that's close enough for our applications, right? We don't know if that constant or if there's actually a variable in there that we don't know about that changes on a galactic scale or on a planetary scale or anything like that, right? Like Newton's laws, they held up on Earth, but then you got general relativity, right? You got time and you got all this other stuff. And Newton's laws still apply, right? Like they apply to our everyday lives. But like when you go on a galactic scale, they kind of break down, right? So like that's if we had some intelligence that was able to take all of these factors into account, that it might rewrite all of our equations. And though we may still call it whatever constant, and that may still apply, but it might be a constant that's actually not a constant. It's based on an equation that in our frame of reference never changes, right? Regardless of the variables we apply to it. So, there's all sorts of stuff. I've dug like really deep into like this physics stuff and like in the past, but I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion. Everybody's got an opinion, just like assholes, right?
Nah.
But that's how I think how we can create something that is smarter than us.
Wait, everybody has an asshole?
I mean, everybody but Kim Jong Un.
Some assholes get blown out though.
He doesn't poop.
Okay. I
He
mean,
doesn't shit.
listen,
You didn't know that?
no
Wait,
judgment here.
Kim Jong Un. He doesn't shit.
So in other words, you're saying he's a cyborg.
What?
You never heard that before?
No.
Kim Jong Un doesn't have an asshole. He doesn't shit. I mean, he does. But that's what he has told his populace.
Got it. I did not realize that he told his populace.
I mean, I don't know if he did either, but it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
Same.
Same, but different. But still same.
This place is this world that we live in is getting more interesting as I get older.
Oh, yeah.
I hate to bring this whole thing back to Minnesota again,
Bro.
Minnesota.
but I was going deeper into like this like thought process, right? And like I want to look at things from objectively, right? Where like I can understand where some situation ICE does not handle things correctly. And I can understand that they're put in a situation that's very hostile and they have to work and figure things out. And everyone's up in arms and says, we shouldn't have ICE, blah, 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 blah. Well,
We shouldn't have ice.
how about,
Everything would be warm then if we didn't have ice.
It's also not just immigration enforcement. It's immigration and customs enforcement. ICE.
yeah, well,
Ice.
So do we
Ice,
want those
baby.
mushrooms that are going to kill all of our fucking crops?
I think they're trying to look at it from the Gestapo perspective. like,
Yeah, sure.
out in the
whatever.
streets.
This is Gestapo.
And
You mean
Rejecting
well,
people that don't belong here.
my thought process is Minnesota is a sanctuary city, right? State? I believe. Now, the big problem with that is what? If a cop arrests a criminal on the streets for whatever reason, right? And they're illegal, they don't get tried for being illegal. They just go ahead and do their time for whatever crime they got arrested for, and then they're back out on the streets.
Also, they also don't cooperate with
That's the point.
federal.
So, if Minnesota, let's just call it Minnesota, would actually work with ICE, where if people were getting arrested and they were illegals and they were reported to ICE, ICE wouldn't have to do these raids, essentially.
Right.
Or to the scale that they're doing. And this is where I don't understand where we are as a population. Because, like, I had this conversation with you guys about the wait list to get into the States, right? Like,
Yeah.
people in India are waiting over 100 years. They're never going to get into the States unless they marry in the States. And I guess,
Job opportunity.
what?
Say there's job opportunity for you.
New job opportunity. The way I was looking at it is probably the way other people have looked at it as well, where you just thought you can move to the States. Like I could just go ahead and say I want to become an American citizen, and boom, I'm good to go. And we accept everybody. But the fact is that we don't accept everybody. We accept people that have skills that we need, and we allow them to come into the country.
Yeah.
And I don't understand.
We don't even do that.
What do you mean?
It's easier for people who have skills to come into the country on a temporary basis, but then we kick them out after some period. Could be like 12 years.
Yeah, but their likelihood for citizenship is higher.
It is higher. Yeah. It is higher than waiting 100-something years. Yeah.
And I guess
But we still have people here who are bringing value to our industry, our society, and then we kick them out. That happens a lot. Probably more than 50% of the time.
well, they should have got married.
You got 12 years to find a wife or a husband. Like, come on, bro. Like, time is of the essence. Like, what are you doing?
But I
Chop,
I
chop.
just find it funny that another thing I found funny during this whole me deep diving everything is Obama gave whatchamacallit, who's our ICE agent guy? Tom,
I don't know.
the head.
I have no clue.
Bald guy, the white bald guy.
I don't really care what his name is.
Well, anyway, Obama gave him a Medal of Honor because he was able to get I don't know, however many people kicked out of this
Todd
country.
Lyons.
Huh?
Todd Lyons.
Nah, I don't think that's him.
Tom Homan.
Tom Holman.
Oh,
He's
Tom
the border
Holman.
czar.
Yeah. Tom Holman got a Medal of Honor from Obama.
He's the White House border czar.
Yeah, the borders are.
The borders are.
But now under Trump, so it's funny, right?
Now he's a demon.
If Tom would.
He's a Democrat. He's like I think he was like a registered Democrat.
Well, if Tom would kick more people out of the country, he would get a Medal of Honor. But since he's kicking less people out of the country, he's racist.
Yeah.
What?
During Obama's term, they gave.
What makes him
Tom-
racist?
What?
I got what you said before, but you lost me at the that makes him racist part.
Well, because it's up in arms. ICE is doing unjust Gestapo work, and it's all about having the whites run America instead of having people of color. It's racist, bro. It's racist.
I have a theory.
Ooh.
Hit us.
Tinfoil hat theory or just theory?
The opposition is not real.
It's paid
It's not
for.
real.
It's paid for. It's all paid for.
It's all paid for. It is all paid for.
So division.
I don't think it's real.
What do you mean?
I don't think it's real. I mean, I think they may have. There's some radical people out there that they prey on, right? And this goes back to my whole oh, this shooter or that shooter, right? Like those people. I fervently believe that there are people out there that are impressionable enough to the point where somebody can come in and say, "Hey, I am, a part of some organization and we need you to do this." And think about the technology we have today. And look at the FBI profiling program, like how they profile these people, right? Like they know how to profile people, right? So they know how to find the people that they need and they work them and they play with it. I don't know if it's deep state. I don't know if it's some maybe that doesn't have parties. Maybe it's like who's good for America and who's bad, and they think that they're doing a good thing, or Or maybe they're out of control and they want to just keep the power that they have. I don't know what it is, but like they know how to find these people. They know how to target these people. They know how to market to these people. They show them things in their feeds. You know, I mean, it's social freaking programming. Like, and then they find the people they need to do the things they need to do. I'm not saying that this woman Renee, they told her to run over an ICE agent, but I bet you if there is some hand behind this, they probably were like, we only have to keep this up until an incident happens. And as long as we're having these people do these things, an incident will happen. And once that incident happens, it's going to stoke the freaking fires and it's going to polarize and it's going to get people to do this stuff. Right? Like, and boom, that's why you have these, you got freaking riots in Switzerland. Did you see about these riots in Switzerland?
No.
So they have this, what is it? Davos, Switzerland.
Oh yeah, the World Economic Forum in Davos.
World Economic Forum. There's 300 people protesting in the street. You think those people are like, we're Swiss, Trump's coming here. Let's get our stuff and riot in the street. What? No. What? Really? They're protesting him in Switzerland? Who freaking cares? Who cares? What are these people doing with their lives? They can just take time off and just like riot in the street because Trump is coming into town.
It's funny that you say that because I saw something about a woman yelling and screaming on, doing her whole little like, oh, it was so bad under Biden. It was so bad for you guys under Biden. How come you guys weren't rioting or protesting in the streets? And then the response was, we were working.
Yeah. And what are they doing now? What are they doing now? Oh, they lost their jobs because of Trump. Something, you know? Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Greenland wants to become a state.
No way.
There's a lot of people in Greenland wearing MAGA hats.
Nah.
They don't want to
Maybe they'll have a referendum.
They don't want to show that online.
Yeah. Those people are paid too.
Yeah. Well, apparently we're offering them a big package, and part of it is all of the citizens of Greenland to get paid.
The Dutch never gave you hats to handle this winter. Here's some hats.
They get $2,000.
What'd you say?
Don't they all get $2,000 or something like that, or
I don't. I think it's more.
Who are the Greenlanders?
200,000?
I think it's like 100,000 or something like that.
Sheesh. There's only like 50,000 people who live in Greenland.
Like the package is like a $700 billion package or something like that. And I'm not sure how true that is.
Where is the $700 billion coming from?
I don't know.
Thin air.
We just print it.
So here we go. Trump administration has reportedly discussed offering direct cash payments ranging from $10,000 to $100,000 per person to the residents of Greenland.
Wow.
Alongside with a payment to Denmark, I believe.
And it's saying that the total cost if every resident received $100,000 would be between $5.7 billion to $6 billion, and then the broader acquisition cost is somewhere in the realm of $700 billion to $1 trillion.
I would pay $1 trillion for Greenland.
You got $1 trillion?
No, I mean if I was the president, $1 trillion, that's an easy choice.
Well, yeah, because you're just gonna print it out of thin air.
I don't have to print it out of thin air. I mean, like, fuck it, we'll go into more debt. Like,
but but that's the thing. Like, what $1 trillion? What is that? What is that even gonna accomplish? Like, what is $1 trillion gonna get them at that point? If
dude,
like,
do you know how many minerals are in fucking Greenland?
Oh, no, I understand what you're getting at, but I'm just saying
the
minerals value
isn't way more than
what?
He said the minerals are worth way more than $1 trillion.
Yeah, that's the point I'm getting at is I understand that. What I mean is the $1 trillion isn't worth the $1 trillion.
$1 trillion isn't worth.
If we print the $1 trillion and give them $1 trillion, it's just going to bring the value of the dollar down.
Yeah, we just take it out of Social Security. No big deal.
Bro, Social Security.
I'm not getting it anyway.
Yeah, we're not getting it.
I don't know where we're getting the $1 trillion, but we will find $1 trillion. I'm just saying, like, the net present value on Greenland is probably hundreds of trillions of dollars. I say it's a good return.
There's a guy, I'm trying to find it, but there's to the point of what you mentioned regarding like controlled opposition and all that shit. There's an interesting backstory to some of the Turning Point USA stuff with somebody who was like one of the, not founders, but somebody who was like one of the mentors and whatever for Charlie Kirk. Basically, the way that they target the places that they go to is directly as a result of military training. So like there's a guy who wrote like military training documents and basically how to control and manipulate people and how to profile, to your point of profiling, how to profile people that are easily susceptible to movements like that. And it was everything they did was done in a way to target those people in order to, you know, build a backing and a following to get that large scale opposition or that large scale following of a specific, you know, mindset or you know, ideology, which ties to the whole Turning Point movement. I have to find, it's like really bothering me that I can't find the guy's name. And I'm sure after we're done recording, it's going to come to me and then I'm going to be like, damn it, that was his name. But I'm still trying to look it up. And when I do find it, I'll mention it, but it's just, it furthers the point that there's a lot more behind the scenes to most of the shit that we have going on that you don't know. Not to mention, I think, I don't remember if we've talked about it yet, but there was this article talking about how all of the old newscasters and correspondents and people that were like recording and reporting from different world events and things back in our parents' time were all like pretty much somehow tied to the CIA or different government agencies.
Oh yeah, they said Walter Cronkite was part of the CIA, and it was all about manipulation.
To the point I'm getting at is everything at every angle we're looking at it has some kind of an outside or ulterior motive or perspective, or there's a reason behind, damn it, I can't turn this way. There's a reason behind everything being presented in the way that it's presented more than just taking stuff at face value, right? Like you gotta just by default imagine or think that there's like an ulterior motive or reason why something is being presented the way it's being presented. Which just piggybacks on your point of like, it's done for that specific reason to get people involved. I mean, another example, you got that guy, Jake Lang. Are you guys familiar with Jake Lang?
No.
So he's this this fake Christian protester guy who goes to different rallies and different events to incite violence by doing things like burning the Quran or other egregious things, you know, putting pork in the Quran, putting bacon, doing all this shit to try to like rile people up and you know, further try to create a division between Christians and Muslims and whoever else. And you know, it's just he shows up at all these different rallies or all these different events doing the same kind of thing, and he's not even Christian. I'm not going to say what religion he is, but
why is he doing it?
Exactly for that reason. By being the inciter, by being the person that stirs the shit up to get people to clash.
The antagonist.
Right? Like you go there, you're the one that starts doing this crazy shit in the hopes that other people around you that are susceptible or impressionable or manipulative,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
like easily. That's all it takes. One person lights a fire and
That's
it
it.
lights up because you got enough other people.
And if you get enough people to do it, an incident will happen. You'll get even more people, right? Like, and that.
And then
that
it
was my
grassroots.
point with Minnesota, right? Is like, oh yeah, let's get these agitators in there. They'll agitate, right? And something will come loose, right? And then it'll just, right?
Oh, there was a new video of that guy. There was a guy in the recent protest, one of the recent protests. I'm not sure if it was in Minnesota or New York City. He's protesting and marching, and then all of a sudden lights a American flag on fire.
They did that in Switzerland, by the way.
And then the guy just walks away. But like there were people who were not supporting the protest that saw him and started following him, and he was completely masked up. You couldn't see who he was, and he was walking away, wouldn't talk to them at all. They were recording him. They pulled alongside of him. People were like, "That's fucked up. You shouldn't be burning the flag." Da 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 da. And all that for what? Now you're leaving. You're just trying to incite something. And the guy didn't say anything, and he wouldn't walk to his car. He wouldn't.
Of course not,
walk
because he knows
away
they're gonna follow him.
because he didn't want anyone following.
Yeah.
Just another one of those people. Just go in and
I know, dude. It's. I'm telling you. I
Stir
think
the
you're-
pot, cause some problems, get people riled up, make a scene, and then there you go.
Let it go. Speaking of Greenland and all this stuff, what do you guys think about Trump's new map?
I haven't seen it unless it's the one with the 3 splits.
No. Trump had a map in the Oval Office while he was in a meeting, and there was an American flag over America and Alaska, an American flag over Canada, and an American flag over Greenland, and an American flag over Venezuela. What do you think about that, boys?
Oh, okay. I see Canada, Greenland, and Venezuela as American territories.
I mean, yesterday I was making jokes with the Canadians. Like, after we're done taking over Greenland, we're going to make you guys.
Oh.
We're going to make you guys a state. And
Dude,
then-
I saw it in mainstream news. Like they were like, Canada's trying to position themselves because they might be next after Greenland. Like that was the headline.
I think he does this stuff to really do that. I don't think he has any intention to go after Canada.
You know, this isn't the first time he said it.
I mean, he made mention that, like, yeah.
Monroe Doctrine, bro.
I mean, I listen, I don't know.
Today, Junior.
I was gonna sit there and say, I think it's a great idea. I think we should just own South America, North America, Greenland, America.
And then
I
what
don't need
happened?
my passport to go to Mexico.
Or like any other country in the Western Hemisphere.
I don't think it'll happen.
You don't think it'll happen?
Nah, I think Greenland will happen.
You think it's actually going to happen? You think Greenland will be American territory?
I think that there's a vested interest in Greenland. I think that there's a strategic
There definitely is a vested interest in Greenland.
outside of just minerals. But
Okay.
minerals
No, I
don't-
know. I
don't
mean, it's
hurt that.
strategic.
Same reason why we have Alaska, right? Like,
I think Trump is pulling like an old school, like negotiating tactic, right? I'm in a position of power,
you guys just seen what I did to Maduro.
right? Look what I just did, right? And I want something. Maybe I don't want Greenland to be an American territory, but I want a better agreement on Greenland. I want more bases there. I want mineral rights. I want whatever, right? Like I think he's trying to get something out of the deal, and he's starting with, I'll just take the country. I'll just take it. I'll just take it. And we negotiate down from there. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's where he's starting. I don't think that's where it's going to end, but I think he's starting the negotiation, and he's pressing on, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. Give me something to get off of this. Just like he did with the tariffs. I mean, it's the same thing. All right, I'm giving everybody like 20% tariffs. Oh, you want to negotiate now? Okay, but we could work out a better deal.
The funny thing is, tariffs must be working.
Are they? I mean, his tactic worked.
So from what I understand, the tariffs, only 4% is actually getting paid through the tariffs, and 96% is being passed on to us as consumers.
Until we can make it for cheaper in America. I think that's kind of his goal. I don't know if that's going to be...
When will that happen? It doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like the companies are getting all this. So the whole push to AI is basically for these companies to get to a point where they can just employ a ton of agents so that they can not need people who have to take breaks, use the bathroom, eat, and sleep. And, you know, the AI is good enough at this point to replace some data entry jobs, some lower level support type jobs, you know, some programming jobs. Obviously, you still need a developer, but you need now one developer versus a team of a dozen to get the same output with the help of, you know, an AI agent per se. And it's I don't see how, unless the idea is now that we get the more advanced work offloaded to these AI companies that are going to provide agents, and then that frees up people to do manual work. I see that
you're still going to have people that are there.
You're right. I'll get that back to you in 15 minutes.
Huh?
You're right. I'll get that back to you in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
The AI is not good enough to
No. You're missing what I'm saying. It's not that, like, yes. What I said is it's good enough for certain types of jobs. To your point, you use it to rewrite something, you use it to draft something, you use it to get good. For perfect example, one of the coders from what fucking company was it? One of these guys made a point saying that he used Claude Anthropic Claude, whichever way it works, for a project that took him or her, whatever it was, I think like 3 years to do, and did it in a month with assistance of, or a month, some crazy big discrepancy between the amount of time it took that person to do it themselves and the amount of time it took them to recreate a similar project using the assistance of Anthropic's Claude. That right there should tell you, when you have a high-level skilled person that knows what the fuck they're talking about, and they're saying they recreated a substantial amount of time of their energy and effort and their expertise and their knowledge in a fraction of that time using the assistance of an AI, that's the point where it gets scary, because that's somebody who actually knows what the fuck they're doing, who knows what they're talking about, and can utilize the system for what it's good at. A lot of the repetitive shit, a lot of the low-level shit, a lot of the basic framework stuff of it, and then has the know-how to go in and look and fix and QA the specifics. So it can get you to good enough, and then you polish it off. So you don't need the team of 12 developers anymore. You only need the one, and then you have 10 or whatever, or 5 AI coders, and then you have the team of, you're basically just cutting your workforce down by a fraction, a huge.
I agree. I agree that it would be job loss, but there's still going to be job creation. So
different kind of job, yeah.
I mean, think about it from the perspective of, look what happened. 'Years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing. 'Years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when Easy Pass started becoming a thing, 'years ago when E toll booth workers were up in arms. We're going to lose our jobs, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, they were impacted. They were put into other types of work, and maybe some of them lost their jobs, but that's going to happen. Like it's inevitable if we're growing as a society and technology is changing the landscape of what we're doing. And that furthers the point where we need to, the younger people today really need, and even older people really need to start learning how to use some of these tools, because if not, you could be impacted in the next 10 years.
I don't understand. The one thing that I don't understand is like people, and I always get these articles. I don't know why I always get these articles, but it's like you know,
Because you keep reading them.
top 10 paying bachelor's degrees, right?
You're a lifetime student.
8 of them are engineering degrees. 8.
Yeah.
8.
Because you still need to know that shit.
Why are people not going more for these degrees?
It's not easy. It's not easy to become an
They're
engineer.
not easy. They're not easy.
You need to
it's
have a
not
brain
easy.
that
One
works.
of them is like computer science, which is sort of engineering, and the other one was finance. But finance had like a 6% unemployment rate. Because there's a lot of people who want to go into finance.
But not
And
a
if
lot of
I
people
think
do.
it's more like quant. I think it's quant is the big finance sector, and like the big subcategory of finance.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it
Because
didn't break
that's-
it down, you know.
Yeah.
But
What's quant?
It's basically
people that don't know.
algorithms for high frequency trading and stuff.
like I'm like, bro, you know, you want to go to school for something that's going to be around?
Anything in the realms of
That'll make you money.
technology is probably going to be
Yeah.
around.
Well, I mean, look, we're still going to have to build buildings. People are going to have to live in buildings, right?
Right.
People are going to build consumer products, right? Those are going to have to be built, and they're going to have engineers, because the one thing that's not going to change fast is the laws of our country, right? We are not nimble enough to handle this type of technological revolution.
Too much
So-
bureaucracy.
What's that?
Too much bureaucracy.
Yeah. So in order to sell a product, it's going to have to be built by an engineer, right? It's going to have a seal. Nobody's going to trust AI for decades. Nobody's going to trust AI to say, yeah, the AI did the math right. Or they're going to have an engineer use the AI and then fact check it, make sure it's good, and then put their seal on it, right? Or whatever. I mean, you don't even have to be a seal type of person. But you know what else is not going away? Maintenance.
I mean, let me not say.
Until we make fucking bots who can go and do the maintenance, it's not going away. And have you
I
seen the
mean-
bot rollouts lately? Falling off stage, doing all sorts of weird things. But hey, AI might speed that up too. Who knows?
What were you going to
Maybe.
say?
What were you gonna say?
Maintenance. You don't have to worry about maintenance if you're black. It's a smart joke. Might take a while to hit.
I don't catch.
Beep.
I mean, I thought you were going there, but I was like,
I can't laugh.
All right,
laughing.
I got an example. This is gonna sound really bad. Don't
that's
judge.
residential maintenance, okay? We don't need to worry about that.
No, it's not. Let me finish. All right. So
you know what's
if you
going on in
look
your
at-
office? And then how do you know?
Wait, what? No, there's not one in my office.
You
And
had to
there's
look
one
up and
here,
check,
but
though?
the batteries have been replaced and it's been tested. It works. The point I'm getting at is if you look at like certain countries, so I think it was Mr. Beast or whoever it was that donated all these wells and all these things to these African countries, and they created bridges and all this other shit. And instead of the maintenance being done on it to upkeep it, it was used while it worked, and then once it stopped working, they've all been basically, I think they said like only like 3% or some small number of the wells that Mr. Beast dug or set up for the people in Africa are still actually functioning. And then the bridge that was built basically crumbled, and now they just use the rope that's connected to it to cross over instead of maintaining or repairing the bridge that was built.
See, maintenance ain't going away.
And it's also just not happening.
Well,
they didn't put
listen.
the money into the infrastructure to maintain the infrastructure.
Well, that's the problem. The problem is that, like, all right, I can spend money and set this up, but if I don't spend the money to also have the people to take care of said things, then you're just.
And this brings us back to the $100 million lottery conversation where you were like, yeah, I'll build a building or a gymnasium or something. And I was like, yeah, well, I'll save my money and I'll build a facility and leave a trust so that way it can maintain the facility forever.
Yeah, but the two things can happen. Like,
Yeah, they can happen.
If I build a building and I have that set up, you were saying that you needed to, like.
Oh, and I'm going to put my name on the side of it. It's going to be there 200 years. Why not? They'll probably rename it at some point. Call me racist or whatever and tear my name down. Or
Our resident racial expert.
I saw a funny thing about how the biggest produce of wind farm technology is China, and that from like batteries to the actual windmills themselves, everything comes from China.
Okay.
And this is supposed to be great for energy and all of that.
how do they get those blades from China to here?
Boat.
No.
Pieces.
You know how expensive that would be?
I mean, boats come from China all the time.
Yes. But how many containers do you think they can't bring? Like, you pay per container space on a ship. I know this because my dad's a longshoreman. You pay for one container.
Yeah.
Right? How many container spaces do you think can no longer be container spaces if you're bringing a freaking blade? And you got to bring 3 of them over.
Yeah.
No.
It probably stacks, right? Because it gets more narrow near the end. So they probably have them in sections that then stack, so it takes up less space and you could fit it inside those containers. I would have to think that it's not like solid construction pieces. They're assembled and then placed up there.
As he's looking this up,
I think it's one piece. That's why they have it like on those long ass trucks that they drive. Do you ever see them
Yep.
driving a freaking long ass blade? I think it's one piece.
why load? The reason why this brings it up is because they say China is very, very smart, and if all of this technology is supposed to be great for the environment, you know where you see no windmills?
China. Production hubs include China, Denmark, Germany, Spain, India, Brazil, and the United States. Utilizing advanced composites in facilities often located near wind farm projects for efficient transport.
So, yeah, it looks like they're not single pieces, but they are separate from the main part of the turbine.
Yeah.
And they are 2 halves that are made. They're fiberglass or composite structure from root to tip. And they're 2 separate molded pieces that are bonded
Roof from
into
the
a single
front or
hollow
roof from the
shell.
back?
from the bottom to the top.
Anyway, what were we talking about before we got into freaking windmills?
Well, I just
China?
it was China. Like that.
Oh, it was China. It was China. That was the whole thing.
I was
Well,
being
that's-
controversial.
I
were
was
talking
just
about maintenance.
I was just saying it's funny that
Oh,
the mass
yeah, yeah,
producer of
yeah. Windmills.
windmill technology does not have windmills in their country.
Windmills is bad. Which is crazy because they have so much unused land in China that they could just put up windmills, but the transmission and the movement, like that cost a lot.
Transportation?
Yeah, because you're not really getting much power out of those windmills. But
It's
what's
go
up?
ahead. No, they're a horrible investment. They're horrible.
Yeah,
they're not
it's not
good.
and it's not the cleanest energy out there.
Plus, it
Well-
kills birds.
Cleaner than solar. You know
Messes
where all
with
of
the
our solar
whales.
panels come from? All of our solar panels
Messes with
come
the
from China.
whales.
Huh?
Messes with the whales. How?
Yeah,
The whales.
yeah. There's something in regards. I gotta Google it.
All right, let me check.
There hasn't been many studies about this, but I'm concerned about wind. Like our global wind patterns.
Oh, you talking like butterfly effect type shit?
I'm talking like the windmills get turned by energy, right? And that energy has to come from somewhere. And that energy is coming from wind, right? And so we are taking energy out of the wind streams on the earth to power these windmills. And like, I don't know, I mean, I haven't dug deep on this, but it just makes sense to me, and it could just be bullshit. But it does have a local effect. There are studies that have been done to talk about like a local effect. I don't think we have enough windmills in the world for it to have like a global effect. But think about it. I mean, something that energy has to, energy is not created nor destroyed, it's transferred, right? So that energy is coming from somewhere. And then what does that do to our climate, our, these hurricanes and all this other stuff? And I don't know. I'm just, speculating, but just a weird thought on that. I mean, we just need to build more fission reactors. It's not hard. Doing it for like, 80 years, 90 years, something like that.
We need fusion.
I mean, fusion would be amazing, but
We need nuclear fusion.
I think we're still far away from that. Fission is good enough.
Fusion would be amazing.
So I listened to this podcast the other day talking about the world and the atmosphere and all this stuff. And there is this guy, I forget his name, I'll look him up. There is this guy who has a very mundane, boring theory about the Great Pyramids,
Which ones?
the ones in Egypt, and all pyramids, actually, pretty much all the
Okay.
pyramids on the whole earth. And his theory is that the Great Pyramids of Giza in Egypt were used as chemical plants for fertilizer
Mm-hmm.
so that they could feed the people, right? And it's very interesting that these pyramids existed right around the time when it was the humid age of the Sahara, right? So it was like mostly green populated, like just before the time when they created these pyramids. And he's like, well, I mean, it kind of makes sense. But he's like, well, like, they had a land of plenty. Catastrophe happened, and they didn't have land of plenty. They had all these people. How were they going to feed all these people? Well, they got to fertilize the land to make the food to feed the people. And so what they did was they used specific strategies. They call them like white horse hills, where they can generate a thunderstorm. And he says, I mean, this is his idea. Who's this? What is this guy's name? Jeffrey Drumleys. And they found a hill that was at the perfect distance, and it would create, based on the geography of it, the materials of it, and everything, it could create a thunderstorm. And the pyramids were placed in a place that would easily be struck by that lightning, because it is the closest path to the sky, right? So those lightning strikes would come down, and it would cause these chemical reactions. And there's like he has this whole idea of these production trains. Like, these pyramids were made in a specific way for different reactions so that they could get the end product of the fertilizer. Not power generating stations, none of that sexy stuff, right? Like, no. Chemical plants.
I mean, I'm open to anything.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, it is pretty crazy.
And he's found these hills across every like Neolithic monument. Like, you can think of like Newgrange, Stonehenge, the pyramids in South America, all of it.
So when he went to these places, he can actually make it thunderstorm?
He can't make it thunderstorm, and he doesn't know, like, he hasn't done the research yet to be like, oh, is this like a seasonal thing or whatever. I mean, you got to think about, like, the volume inside the Great Pyramid is huge, right? So maybe they only have to do like one batch a year or whatever. But like, and he hasn't like recreated this. But what is interesting is this guy is very, very focused on evidence. He's very focused on evidence, and that's kind of what convinced me about, like, hey, this is fucking viable. They've done chemical testing on the insides of the pyramids, on the walls, and all that stuff. And you can see, like, it's pretty clear. I've listened to enough podcasts and seen enough pictures that it's like, dude, people just graffiti over things and claim it as theirs, right? Like, so like in the pyramid, in some of the pyramids, you might see like a plaster wall where like everything else is limestone, untouched, nothing's carved, nothing, right? And there's a plaster wall with fucking hieroglyphs. Like they just threw some plaster over the stone and was like, "This is mine." Like,
this is mine.
But
Tom was here.
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty freaking interesting stuff. I don't think anybody knows what the pyramids were used for. But I think this is one of the more viable theories. I mean,
I think the pyramids were used to create gold.
Gold? Really? How does
Some
this work?
kind of chemical, some kind of reaction to create gold.
You think so? Specifically gold.
No, I'm just making that up.
I love gold.
I love gold.
I don't know, man. I don't know, because it's just interesting that you have these pyramids and these sort of structures all over the world in a time where we weren't communicating all over the world. It's just interesting that...
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
It's just interesting that, like, how can something in South America be the same as something in Egypt?
Ancient lost civilization.
Yeah.
Maybe we were communicating across the world. Maybe we had this technology and we passed it on, or maybe, somebody had this technology. A cataclysm happened there, and then they were scattered across the earth and shared this knowledge.
Well, there's that, but then it's how the fuck do these things get built?
That's another
So
question.
there's two parts. A, you have it across the world, and then B, like, how is this being constructed?
It got constructed. Like, we know that it got constructed. It's still there.
Right. Yeah. I'm
Right?
not doubting that it's
So-
that it's not real. I believe it's real.
I mean, somebody constructed
or
it.
thing.
I mean, you can go the alien route. You can do that.
To your point about things happening all over the place without like communication that would lead us to that. You know, you guys all in high school, I'm sure,
Oh, I know where
or
this is going.
in school in some capacity, you guys all drew that letter S, right?
Yeah.
You know the
Yeah.
S with the 3 lines, and then the
Yeah.
other 3 lines, and the cross lines, and the other cross, and the connection, and the whatever. So apparently that was some kind of an experiment to see how things transfer as a collective, and it popped up all over the world, even with people like not that people that wouldn't be communicating, it still popped up. Like it showed even before cell phones, even before all that shit. So like it's just an interesting thing to think about. Perfect example too, you have people cultivating potatoes in all different places across the world, doing similar things in different places, coming up
I
with
mean, potatoes is one thing, right? Like that's a food, right? Like so, like it just makes sense that something grows from the earth, and we're gonna see if it's edible, and we can use this as a way to sustain life.
maybe.
More on the lines of what you just said, though. This is where I thought you were going with it. It's funny because how about the story about Marilyn Manson?
Everybody knows about that one.
What story about me?
So this came up, and this is before the days of
social media.
and like the internet wasn't big, like the communication wasn't there. People all over the world heard the rumor that Marilyn Manson removed a rib so he can perform
Yeah.
on himself.
Right.
It's just interesting how that can just spread all over everywhere with no real means of it being spread everywhere.
Well, you had radio, you had tabloids, you had stuff like that, right? I don't think anybody was talking about the S on the radio. But, I mean, you had email too.
I guess.
Yeah, but like no one's taking a picture and then like emailing it to
China.
people. I mean, I guess it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's all there in front of us, but like, and I get your point, right? Because your point ties to like, well, if we can do this now, then it's not so hard to believe that they could do it back then, except for we were under the impression that nobody really was communicating from Egypt to South America back then.
Well, I mean, I think more so the thing is like 10,000 years ago, anything that we've built today, right, would not exist in 1,000 years. If we didn't maintain it and rebuild it and, any of that, like refurbish any of that, it would not be here today.
True.
Anything we build today, like our cars, they would be gone. They would it'd just be dust
In the wind.
So like, we have no idea. We have no freaking clue where our like, they're talking about humans having been on this earth, anatomical humans with these brains, right? These brains that you all have in your head for over 500,000 years.
I know. But that wasn't the case before. Now we're seeing that it is.
Yeah, but we went from let's just say like pre-Roman Empire times, right? Like ancient Greece. Let's just go from ancient Greece. Went from ancient Greece to throwing bronze spears at each other, right? To nuclear fission in like 2,500 years.
But then, like to your point though, what's odd is you look at the construction of buildings and shit back there, or the concrete that they made, and it's nothing compared to what we have now, and it's withstood the test of time compared to like shit here that if these cities, like you can even see it in China, for example, those cities that were built up just to have properties are just like crumbling.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like
we found cheaper ways of doing things. Instead of cutting giant freaking stones out of the ground, we pour cement. And sometimes it's shittier cement than we need.
or like how theirs were self-healing. There was a high level of a certain compound in the mixture that when there were cracks or it rained, it would basically self-heal.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just interesting to think about. It makes you wonder if there was some kind of an event that took out, a wealth of knowledge, or if like
I mean, there was.
There were many
intelligence.
What? I mean, there was.
There's been many events across the history of 500,000 years that could have taken out a civilization like ours.
But what I mean is like it makes you wonder what was there before that. Like
Right.
Yep. And then how did we get to
What
where
are we on
now?
top of?
Bro, what's underneath us? There's a whole nother world underneath us.
Yep.
The world is flat.
The lizard people.
Space isn't really there.
Did you guys hear about this freaking underground complex that they found in Monaco?
Wait, what?
There's this underground complex in Monaco. And it's like a city. Underground, right? And there are stories about how these people that lived down there had these elongated skulls. And the humans that lived above would sacrifice people to these underground people so they wouldn't come up out of the hole. You haven't heard about this?
No.
Oh my god.
All right, let's take like next pod. That's on the list of pod.
Oh my god, bro!
Scotty's gonna tell a story
keep you
about
hanging.
this underground city of Monaco.
That's crazy.
Keep you hanging for the next one.
I will be going to the movies sometime now before Sunday. I don't know what I'm gonna watch.
Bone Temple.
Well, there's Bone Temple. There's Mercy. There's Melania.
I will probably be seeing Avatar this weekend.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You're gonna go watch Avatar when you just probably pay for it and be in your house?
We got to do like a Mystery Monday thing, so that way, we can like see the movie 4 days before it comes out. So that way, by the time the pod comes out, it's only been out a couple days. Anyway,
where's that at? Where's Mystery Monday at?
Regal.
You're like, man, Regal. I don't have any Regals near me.
I know.
They may do it at yours.
Yeah, they might have something different at AMC.
In the near future, detective stands trial accused of murdering his wife. He has 90 minutes to prove his innocence to the advanced AI judge he once championed before it determines his fate.
Well, let's wrap.
Oh
this.
yeah, they do.
It's
What?
a wrap.
Screen unseen.
What?
Screen unseen. AMC Screen Unseen.
What's that?
That's their version of it. And then they
Oh.
have AMC Scream Unseen. And it says the film is rated R, film is rated R. The way it works is You first to see a new film on the big screen with a surprise twist. The movie will be unveiled at Showtime.
Yep.
Yep. That's our Mystery Mondays.
Yeah, it's our Mystery Mondays.
2 hour and 11 minutes. 2 hour and 14 minutes. January 26th, February 2nd.
There you go.
Interesting.
So,
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's a wrap.
thanks for joining.
Episode 32
32.
in the books.
Cheers.
See you.
Later.